Good morning, everyone. I'm Reverend Koji Jeff Ezaki, resident minister of the Haleiwa Jodo Mission Buddhist Temple. The number of COVID cases rose to new heights in January. On January 15th, the number went up to 5,977 and 6,252 on January 18th. My deepest concern is your health condition. Please stay safe at home and keep away from crowded areas. I pray for your well-being and happiness by reciting Namu Amida Butsu. Today is February 6, 2022, and we are observing Nehan or Nirvana Day service on my YouTube channel. Nehan is a memorial service for Shakyamuni, who founded Buddhism 2,500 years ago in India. I will speak about the moment of Shakyamuni's passing later, showing some pictures. Setsubun was observed on February 3rd in Japan. Setsubun is the day before the beginning of spring in the old lunar calendar. Setsubun literally means seasonal division. In ancient times, some local governments in Japan set Setsubun as New Year's Day. One of the rituals of Setsubun is eating ehomaki or makisushi while facing the direction of good luck. A compass is used to find the direction of good luck, which changes every year. This year's good luck direction is north-northwest. The rule is eating a whole uncut makisushi in silence. Then good luck and prosperity will follow you. It is said merchants in Osaka started this custom to wish prosperity and success in their business. At the end of the video, I have a video clip of my family making and eating ehomaki, so please enjoy the video clip. Okay, let's get started with the reading and singing. Amida Buddha, the awakened one, the compassionate one, we ask for your guidance on this happy day. Lead us from the numbness of routine and from all bitterness of heart to a peaceful place of compassion and wisdom. Grant us the strength and abiding consciousness to walk together harmoniously in our temple and our community. Help us to always remember that life is one, therefore, that all living things coexist and are interconnected, and that your infinite light of compassion shines upon the hearts of everyone. Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu. Supremely.
アウェイクンワン
Buddha teaches us that we may become pure and holy by following the rules he laid down for us. Let us repeat them and also remember at all times what they mean. First, right understanding. Let us learn and try to understand the truth. Second, right purpose. Let us try always to do what is right. Third, right speech. Let us be truthful and kind in all we say. Fourth, right conduct. Let us try to behave ourselves at all times. Fifth, right livelihood. Let us earn our living in a way which will not harm anyone. Sixth, right endeavor. Let us constantly try to become better. Seventh, right thought. Let us cherish our thoughts because our words and our actions arise from our thoughts. Eighth, right meditation. Let us think often of Amida Buddha and repeat the sacred name, Namu Amida Butsu. May the sacred presence of Amida, who said he would abandon his teaching, be our guide. May we follow his glorious example and tread with unfaltering steps this noble path until we too shall attain enlightenment. Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu. I am a link in Amida Buddha's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, to say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that what I do now depends on my happiness or misery. May every link in Amida Buddha's golden chain of love become bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namu Amida Butsu. To the Buddha, who promised to be present in his teaching, we pledge our loyalty and devotion. We dedicate our thoughts, words, and deeds to his service and the way of life he laid down for us. We resolve to follow his example and to have reverence for our religion, respect for our parents and teachers, and love for all forms of life. Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu. 光明返上実法世界念仏主上摂取者ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブ願にし功徳平等性一切同発菩提心往生安楽国
ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブツナムアミダブ。
Again, good morning everyone. Today is February 6th, 2022, and we are observing Nehan service or Nirvana Day. Traditionally, many Buddhist temples on February 15 observe Nehan Day, the day when Shakyamuni passed away. Haleiwa Jodo Mission Buddhist Temple observes this service on the first Sunday in February every year. As I said earlier, because of the COVID cases in the world, the board of the Haleiwa Jodo Mission Buddhist Temple has decided to observe this service virtually. Buddha means enlightened one. So when we hear about the Buddha, we often think he was not like us, but rather some more like a superhuman being. We should not forget that Shakyamuni really was the same as you and me. He was born as a human and died as a human being. What then is the difference between the Buddha and us? Shakyamuni found peace of mind and had eyes that saw reality and truth. This is called the enlightened one. With those qualities, he lived a meaningful and profound life. Our main goal in Buddhism is the same as Shakyamuni: to become a Buddha, to get enlightened, and to obtain eternal happiness. This means our practice as Buddhists is becoming an awakened person and finding deep peace of mind. It is important to remember Shakyamuni was a spiritual leader, not a ruler or creator. That is why we listen to the Buddha's words and reflect upon our lives so that our Buddha nature, which is a seed to become enlightened, will open to truth. Shakyamuni was born in India 2,500 years ago and founded Buddhism. He died at the age of 80 years old. He shared his teachings with others for 45 years of traveling in India. He passed away in Kushinagara on his way to his hometown. This is a picture of Kushinagara now. There is a temple named Parinivada Stupa, and many people visit to pray for Shakyamuni. When he realized he would soon die, he began traveling to his hometown. This was his last journey. On the way, he stayed with some disciples in a town called Kushinagara and received an offering of food from Chunda, a blacksmith. However, there was a poisonous mushroom in the food. Only the Buddha suffered from food poisoning. He lay beneath a sara tree as his final resting place. It is said the cause of his death was old age and food poisoning. The Buddha statue called Nehanzo or Nirvana statue is enshrined in the Parinivana Stupa in Kushinagara. This signifies the moment Shakyamuni passed away. Shakyamuni knew the cause of his sickness was food that Chunda offered. He also knew he would soon die. Before he died, he told his disciples, "Don't accuse Chunda. His offering came from a pure mind, and therefore it was right conduct." Shakyamuni added, "Don't look only at the results of an event," explaining that Chunda's attitude in making Shakyamuni an offering represented a beautiful deed. Don't accuse him, Shakyamuni emphasized to his followers and disciples. He then passed away. We Haleiwa Jodo Mission Buddhist Temple have a framed painted picture of the moment when Shakyamuni passed away. This is a close-up photo. Not only his disciples, but the person who looked like a queen with a crown on her head is also gathered at his bedside. Everybody shows a deep expression of sadness around him. This picture is called Nehanzu. Nehan means nirvana, and zu is a picture. From ancient times, many Japanese artists have painted Nehanzu. The oldest Nehanzu existing in Japan is stored at Koyasan, the headquarters of Shingon Mission. This Nehanzu was painted in 1086, 936 years ago, and designated as a national treasure. It's amazing that an art almost 1,000 years old is still kept in a museum. Nehanzu was painted by many artists in many eras in history. The characteristic of Nehanzu is Shakyamuni lying down in the center and people crying around him. Haleiwa Jodo Mission's Nehanzu depicts people that are around Shakyamuni, but when we see closely at other Nehanzu, not only do we see humans gathered, but also gods, bodhisattvas, and animals in the forest showing their sympathies. It is hard to explain the characters using the oldest Nehanzu because the picture is not very clear. So I'll use the recent Nehanzu. I visit the Waipahu Soto Zen Temple and asked Reverend Ichie to see their Nehanzu. They purchased the Nehanzu 2 years ago. This is a Nehanzu at Waipahu Soto Zen Temple. The size is approximately 5 feet by 7 feet. It is a fairly big scroll. I appreciate Reverend Ichie of Waipahu Soto Zen Temple to allow me to see and take pictures of their Nehanzu for my virtual service. Let's take a closer look at each image. Shakyamuni is lying down with many people around his bedside and showing their sympathy. Not only his disciples, but gods and bodhisattvas were described. Animals in the forest are also crying. We can see the green demon right above. He bowed his head and held his face to cry. Gliding on the crowd, Shakyamuni's mother, who passed away 7 days after giving birth to Shakyamuni, descends from Pure Land with her servants. As I said, many Nehanzu is painted by many artists for almost 1,000 years. The pictures depict not only the disciples of Shakyamuni, but also gods, bodhisattvas, and animals that are crying and shouting, and some scoring by throwing their bodies. This moment signifies equality. The teaching of Shakyamuni is equal for all, even humans, gods, bodhisattvas, animals, and beasts. Nehan teaches us all the beings who have life are all equal under Shakyamuni's teaching, because the teaching of Shakyamuni is the law of the universe. This is important message contained in Nehanzu. In the Buddha's last sermon, he had said, "Make the teaching your light. Rely upon it. Do not depend upon anyone else." He also pointed out to Ananda, one of his disciples, that our world is constantly changing and not lasting, the essence of impermanence. So he urged his disciples to follow the Buddha's teaching to gain salvation. In his last message, the Buddha tells us we need two lights to illuminate our lives. One to see the world in its reality, truth, and teaching, and the other to see our true selves. When walking outside on a dark night, we need a flashlight to see. The light shows us the right way we have to walk. Since our world is constantly changing, just like our constantly moving mind, since our world is constantly changing, just like our constantly moving minds, we cannot imagine what will happen in the next moment. We need to make a constant effort to listen to the Buddha's teaching, which directs us to the world of awakening. Jodoshu's main practice is to call Amida's sacred name, Namu Amida Butsu. Shakyamuni left the teaching of Amida of infinite life and infinite light. By walking on his path and with the words Namu Amida Butsu, we encounter the truth of the words Shakyamuni spoke in his last message. So let us recite Namu Amida Butsu as many times as we can and walk the way to happiness. After my sermon, there are two special short movies of when my family made and ate ehomaki for Setsubun, and of the time when I visited Waipahu Soto Zen Temple to see their Nehans. So please stay to the end. Thank you very much. In conclusion, let us all put our hands together in Gassho and recite Amida Buddha's sacred name, Namu Amida Butsu 10 times. 如来大慈悲愛民5年度小10年ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブツナムアミダブ Thank you. Amida Buddha surrounds all men in all forms of life with infinite love and compassion. Particularly does he send forth loving thoughts to those in suffering and sorrow, to those in doubt and ignorance, to those who are striving to attain truth, and to those whose feet are standing close to the great change called death. Amida Buddha sends forth oceans of wisdom, mercy, and love. Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu.
Setsubun literally means seasonal division. It is celebrated on the day before the first day of spring according to the Japanese old lunar calendar. There are two main famous celebrations on Setsubun: doing mamemaki or throwing roasted beans and eating a homaki or makisushi. February 3rd is the Setsubun this year, so we are going to make and eat a homaki.